Margie, first of all, congratulations on being the Calhoun's High School Athlete of the Week.
Thank you very much.
Let's just talk about why we're talking here. You've been selected by the Knoxville Sports Hall of Fame as one of their high school athletes of the year. That's got to be a pretty big honor for you.
Definitely. I was very shocked, to find out that I was given that honor, and I'm very thankful for that.
Now, as a Miss Basketball and as a four-time State Pentathlon Champion, people would say, well, why were you surprised? But maybe the reason you're surprised is basically you missed your whole senior year with an injury. That's got to be kind of nice to know that people recognize your abilities even though you were kind of on the sideline.
Yeah, and it was tough this season, not being able to compete in basketball or track, but I really am thankful that people still recognize what I had done before the injury and those accomplishments.
Now let's talk about basketball a little bit. You started the season, lots of high hopes.
Yes, sir.
And 2 or 3 games in a tournament that they were actually playing in, I think in Memphis, is that right?
Sir. Yep.
To kind of give you a little bit of a showcase for possible All-America honors, and you had kind of a bad day. Kind of walk us through what happened.
Well, we were in Memphis, like you said, and the first play of the game, we're down there. I'm excited. We're in front of some good scouts, people like that, important people that would be good to play in front of, and actually ended up going up on the first play, landed on my knee wrong, and tore my ACL.
So you're laying there on the court, and you're going, oh boy. Did you know it? I mean, was it one of those deals where you kind of knew it right away?
I was definitely scared right away, and I didn't, I never had knee problems, so I didn't know the extent of the injury, but, about 3 or 4 days later, I found out that it was an ACL tear, and that's when it was official.
And you kind of knew you were out for the year.
Yeah, I did, and that was definitely tough, and I think when you work hard towards something and you have high standards, it's okay for, things to be tough and to be mad and frustrated, but once I got past that, I think it was easier to accept.
Now, a lot of people at that point go, well, I'm done, take the year off, enjoy my senior year, but you kind of took it a different way.
I did, and like I said, immediately after I found out about the injury, I was very mad, very frustrated, but the first words that came out of my mouth after I found out about the ACL tear were to Coach Collier to tell her, I got to help my teammates and we're going to win a state championship this year. And I think what I realized is no matter whether I was on the court or not, my teammates still had the same goal, and that was to win a state championship. So my goal then became not for me to be an All-American or for me to win state, but to help my teammates in any way that I can win a state championship.
Now, I was involved in some of that. I shot some video for you guys and kind of watched. You really did assume a role of kind of a student coach.
Yeah, and it was very unique, and I think me and Coach Collier have a great relationship, and we always have, and she's always been very receptive to what I've had to say and me to her, and so she was very open to the fact and really wanted me to help her as well. And I think a lot of the times the players like to hear it from somebody else rather than a coach, so you're not always yelling at them. So I did what I could to help out my teammates and stuff like that.
Now, I was in the locker room before in the semifinals, and got to watch a lot of video that was taken in the locker room after the finals because, as you said, we're going to win a state championship, and the team did.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel in that locker room?
Yeah, I felt so great, and I think a lot of people thought it was bittersweet to me because I wasn't out there, but there was nothing bitter about it. It felt so great even though I wasn't on the court because I knew how much work my teammates had put in. And it paid off so much, and a lot of people doubted us, and I think a lot of people thought we were out there trying to prove everybody wrong, that we could win without Margorie Butler. But at the end of the day, we were just all out there playing for each other and giving our all for the team, and that championship just made everything else icing on the cake.
See, but where they had it wrong is they won the championship with Margorie Butler because you were part of it, right? I mean,
yes,
you really
sir.
were.
Yeah, definitely, and that was, I think, the hardest part about the injury was taking on a different role and finding out how I could affect my teammates in a different way off the court. And so leadership skills I had to work on, communication skills, stuff like that. So, I definitely found ways to help my team and learned how to be a leader in different areas of the game.
You want to coach someday?
It's a possibility.
I think you might be pretty good at it.
We'll have to see.
Now, you're at Georgia, you enrolled early, you've been there this summer. What's that been like so far?
It's been great. I'm down there with a great group of players and teammates that I love them to death, and the coaching staff is great. We're down there working hard, lifting weights and conditioning, trying to get ready for practice that's getting ready to start up here in a couple of months.
So that's great. And it's got to be good to be back out there and actually shooting the rock again.
Yes, it feels so good to finally be out there, you know, dribbling and shooting and things like that. You know, I've missed it.
Have they turned you loose? Are you pretty much 100%?
Not 100%. I'm able to do everything except for the actual playing, the cutting, the shooting, weights, agilities, all of that. But gonna wait until fall.
You get to do all the work and none of the fun stuff.
I'm doing, yes.
Well, Marjorie, best of luck to you. We'll be watching your progress, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.